All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Rachel. I am the writer of the podcast Murder We Spoke, which is coming out soon in early 2023. I am joined by the absolutely brilliant Hannah, who plays one of the pinnacle characters in the podcast series by the name of Cress, aka Jane Doe, aka Crescendo, aka Firestarter, aka just badass individual. How would you describe Murder We Spoke to someone?
Sure, I think, actually described it as a true crime podcast within a true crime podcast within a true crime podcast, like on steroids.
So, what is your favorite moment so far from Murder We Spoke? Or it can be a character as well.
My favorite character would probably be Bernie. I don't want to reveal too much, but I love, there's a before and there's an after, and I love the transition and the development that character goes under to become her true self.
What is exciting about Murder We Spoke being a podcast?
Taking away one of the senses of how we traditionally or normally consume media is really interesting, and especially if you're doing anything that involves suspense or horror or anything like that like taking away the visuals can lead to this sort of uneasy feeling that you kind of can't explain. And so I think it works really, really well with podcasts and I feel like a lot of audio dramas that I've either listened to or I know have been very popular, like things like Welcome to Night Vale, like stuff like that leans into mystery and horror, and like you don't know who's walking through the door and you don't know what's about to happen, and it lets your mind kind of run wild with like, what does the crime scene look like? It's because you don't know, because you're not being told by a camera, by a designer, what it's supposed to look like or what this action is supposed to look like. It lets your brain kind of run with it in a really, really kind of spooky way.